Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Boys and girls, guess who's here? It's Super Y. Did you come back for my surprise? Oh, I'm so excited to have you here, Super Y. I saw Super Y at Zubu this weekend with my kids. And guess what? Super Y is going to be at Zubu again this next coming weekend. So don't forget to ask your adult to go online to get tickets to go to Zubu because they are selling out fast, boys and girls. And you need a ticket to go into Zubu. It was so much fun. Super Y, what book are you reading? Oh, I love Ready Freddy, and these are Ready Freddy readers. And guess what? Ready Freddy actually has chapter book series. So if you read these readers and you really like Freddy, and you'll want to read his chapter books. But this is a fun book called Halloween Parade, and it's all about Freddy and his friends and how they are in a Halloween parade at school, and they're trying to see who's going to win a prize. Who do you think is going to win, Super Y? Oh, we don't know. And try to find this story on Sora or, oh, Super Y's gonna win, or at your Fresno County Library. And talking about Sora, we've been counting down the top Fresno Unified School, and I see Super Y has the number 3 school. Let's see. Coming in at number 3 is Viking! Go Warriors! Awesome job, Viking! Now, for Viking, you guys get my tropical cheer. And this is how we do the tropical cheer. Look at Super Y knows it. So we say, go Warriors, go Warriors, go Warriors. Awesome job. Good job, Viking. Now, remember, come back tomorrow to see who plays second and first. Thank you, Super Y. Boys and girls, say bye to Super Y. Hopefully he can join us again. Awesome job, boys and girls. So now let's get ready and get that brain super strong. So we'll start off with our high frequency words. And I know Super Y loves to read. And remember, high frequency words are words we see most frequently when we are reading. So it's important to know how to read and spell them so that you can save all that brain power for those longer words. Ready? We have 2 words that we're going to focus on this week. Ready? Help me read and spell them. Are you ready? Awesome. I know, it's so exciting. Super Y was here. Okay. Our first word is 7. Can you help me read it? 7. Good job. Help me spell it. S-E-V-E-N, 7. Good job. My next word is learn. Help me read it. Learn. Help me spell it. L-E-A-R-N, learn. Good job, boys and girls. Now, I have 2 sentences for us. Let's see if you can try to figure out which one of these words will go into my sentences. Ready? The first one says, he picks up rocks. The second one says, we to play ball. Now, which one do you think will go into the sentence to make it make sense? Well, let's try 7 on the first one. He picks up 7 rocks. Does that make sense? Yes, and I was using my context clues because I knew he was picking up some rocks and 7 was a number, and I knew that made sense. Now let's put learn with the second sentence and read it. We learn to play ball. Does that make sense? Yes. Good job, boys and girls. Help me practice reading our high frequency words. We'll start with the words that we learned today, and then some of the words that we've already learned, and then we'll end it with words that we're going to be learning. Ready? 7, learn, these, start, walk, 8, try, isn't, baby, and early. Good job, boys and girls. So now that we know our high frequency words, let's get ready to train our ears. So that means turn your listening ears on. Ready? I have a fun game for us called Guess My Word. This is where I'm going to say some sounds. Your job, blend them together and guess my word. Are you ready? Awesome. And I'm going to use my red dots to help you with your sounds. Ready? If I said these sounds, what's my word? Sh, a, p, sh, ape. What's my word? Shape. Good job. Shape. Now, let's see if you guys can do these next set of sounds. Ready? What if I said sing? Sing. Oh, I just gave you the word. Are you guys listening? Oh, well, let's try to segment it now. How many sounds in sing? S, I, ng. 3 sounds and sing. And so you guys were segmenting. Now let's get back to blending. Ready? What if I said these sounds for you? Guess my word. Ready? What if I said w, I, p, w, I, p. What is it? Whip. Good job, boys and girls. Good job using your listening ears. Now, let's go and practice our sound of the week. This week, we are focused on all of our digraphs sounds. There's a lot of digraphs sounds. Remember, digraphs are 2 letters that make 1 sound. So when you're reading them, don't forget, don't sound them out separately because together they make 1 sound. So we have our shell card. SH says shh. Say these with me. Thumb card. TH says th. Whale card. The WH says w. We have our cheese card. CH and TCH says ch. We have our fire card because PH makes the f sound like the F, but it's a digraph because it makes 1 sound. And then we have the sing card, and the NG has the ng sound, but it's always paired with a vowel, so it's easier to read it with vowels. So with the I, we say ing. With the A, it's eng. With the O, it's a ong. With the U, it's a ung. Okay, so those are all of our digraphs. Now I have some letters here for us. Help me blend these 2 letters together, and let's see what word it says. Ready? WH together says w. N, when. And boys and girls, WH was always a hard one for my boys and girls, and so this is what I taught them to teach the difference between a WH and just a W when you're spelling. So when you are spelling and you are you hear the w sound and you're not sure if it's a WH or just a W, do this. You put your hand right in front of your mouth and you say the word. So when. If you feel that puff of air, then it has the WH. If it doesn't, then it's just a W. Like if I wanted to spell the word wet, wet. See, no puff of air, just the W. With a puff of air, you should feel it right under the palm of your hand, then it's the WH. Just a little trick, because when we're spelling, it gets really hard because they sound very similar. Now, let's go back to our next word. Ready? GR was our blend, and that says gr. A says ah, and PH says f. Graph. Good job, boys and girls. Now, what if I wanted to spell the word whisk? Help me try to spell it. Ready? Whisk. W. Oh, did you guys see what I did? I went w, because it starts with a whisk, and I felt that puff of air, so I know it's going to be the WH. W, I, and that's my short I. Whisk. Did you guys hear that? And that's what we call our ending blend. You're right. The SK is our ending blend. And so whisk is spelled W-H-I-S-K. Whisk. Good job, boys and girls. Now, let's go and practice reading some words and sorting them. Let's see if you guys can listen to those digraphs. Ready? This says catch. What did you hear? We heard the ch, so I'm going to put that with the cheese card. Ch. shape. Shape has the sh. Good job, boys and girls. Next word, phone. Phone has the f. Good job. Fat, what did you hear? Like the thumb card. Good. Sting has the ing. Good. The ing sound. Fin. Good job. I hear you guys. TH says. Next word. While. Did you hear that? While. Next word. Trash. What did you hear? Good job. Trash has the sh at the end. Bring has the ing. There's that I with it, with the ing. And chop. What did you hear? Ch. Chop. Good job. CH says chop. Good job sorting, boys and girls. Now, let's go into our structural analysis. We were learning suffixes. Now remember, suffixes are added to the end of a word to change its meaning. And it's important to know this because you'll know what the word means and then it'll make sense when you read the sentence. We've already learned the suffixes ed and ing. This week we are going to learn full, which means full of, and less means without. So when I put full and less onto a base word, it changes the meaning of the word. So here's our two that we're going to do today. So here's my word thankful. Now thank by itself, we know what that means, right? Thank, you can thank someone. But add full, it changes the meaning of the word. We know full means full of. So guess what? If you are thankful, then you are what, boys and girls? Full of thanks. You're right. Full of thanks. And how about useless? Less means without. You're right. So if the tool was broken, it was useless to me. I didn't have any use for it. It was without any use. So, do you see how it's important to learn suffixes? Because they change the meaning of a word. Okay? So, full means full of, less means without. And remember, suffixes are added to the end of a word. Last week we learned prefixes, and we learned that prefixes were added to the beginning of a word. So I had my little elephant up here to help us. Prefixes starts with a P, it's added to the beginning. Suffixes starts with an S, it's added to the end of a word. And so we'll continue to learn more about suffixes this week. Boys and girls, you guys did such a great job today. Was it an exciting day that Super Y was here with us? And don't forget, if you want to see him, you got to buy tickets and go see him at Zubu this weekend. Boys and girls, you guys did an awesome job. And remember, when things get too hard, we just say, I can do it. We can say, I'm awesome, and Mrs. Zhang believes in you because I do, and so does Super Y. So I hope you have a great day learning with your teacher today. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.